Welcome back to the Money Marathon. We're still in our pre-marathon training. This session is about one of the most important subjects that I have personally ever learned. It is about self-image, your self-image, and how you can build a very strong self-image that has you in a position where you're only attracting what you desire. Since this program's called the Money Marathon, we're going to be focusing on you attracting abundance into your life based on how you feel about yourself, how you view yourself, and essentially what your own self-image is. When I think back to when I first began studying personal development over 40 years ago, self-image was the area that I chose to work on first. Why? Because I didn't have a strong self-image. I had a very negative, destructive self-image. And the reason is because of the way that I had been raised and conditioned as a young child, and even growing up into my teenage years. Therefore, I made a decision that I was going to change my self-image because we attract based on who we are. We're literally attracting in our life right now based on how we feel about ourselves, how we image ourselves, the sense that we feel about ourselves. So my desire is to have you experience a strong self-image that feels so good that you feel confident, you feel good about yourself, you feel grateful for who you are, and that you're only attracting what you desire. So self-image is a culmination of how you feel about yourself, the beliefs that you have about yourself. How are you seeing yourself? When you look in a mirror or happen to glance at a reflection as you're walking by a window, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you experiencing? I remember many years ago, before I started working on my self-image, I would happen to glance past a reflection of myself in either a store window or a mirror and instantly feel not a good feeling, feeling a destructive feeling. And therefore, I realized that, oh my goodness, I had such an insecure feeling about myself that I needed to build it. And I'm going to guide you on how to build a strong self-image and how to build those belief systems that only have you experiencing what you desire. Now, how does self-image and money come into play? What is the relationship between the two? Well, as I said earlier in this session, you are attracting based on who you believe you are. So do you see yourself as a wealthy person, as a rich person? Do you see yourself attracting money into your life with ease? What do you believe about yourself and money? Now, in an earlier session, we were talking about paradigms. We're talking about your relationship with money. All of these classes are designed to build upon each other, to have you moving in the right direction and really help you understand more about yourself and more of how you're playing a role in the financial situation, the financial health of your life, and how you can be experiencing better results in your life, which I know is what you would absolutely love. So many years ago, when I made a decision to study self-image and to work on mine, I made a commitment that I would learn everything that I could about self-image, that I would apply it in my life. And then I decided I wanted to help other people as well. And I happened to fall in love with prosperity consciousness and prosperity thinking. Therefore, I've been a prosperity mentor now for several decades. But you must understand you've got to become the person who is experiencing the goals that you've set for yourself. Because if you think back to the session where you establish your money goals, whether they're your earning goals, your net worth goals, money in the bank, whatever it is, profitability, whatever those goals are, in order for you to have that into your life, you must become the person who is attracting it, become the person who is creating that in your life. Therefore, what is the identity of the person, you, meaning you who is already abundantly rich based on your goals? I would like you to do this exercise now. Not complicated, quite simple. Just sit down and start to write out, if you were defining that person who is wildly successful, what would they be like? What would you write out? Now, I want you to write it out this way. Write it out as if you are that person. So I am the person who is abundantly rich. I love money. Money loves me. I'm attracting it into my life with ease. I know I am worthy of money. I share freely, I give abundantly, I'm very generous, and just start to write down, what is that identity? How would you define that person? There's no right or wrong answer here. I just want you to invest the time right now to write out that identity only in positive terms. It may only be a couple paragraphs. And if so, that's fine. Doesn't have to be several pages long, could be something relatively short, but I want you to write it out now, because by writing it out, you're giving it energy, you're feeding it. And that's essentially what you want to do. Now, Dorothea Brande said you want to act as if it were impossible to fail. Well, that would be an identity statement. You are acting knowing that your success is absolutely guaranteed. And that's how I would write it. You are acting as if your success is absolutely guaranteed. You feel it in your heart now. And you must become that person. So when we get to the class where I'm going to talk about disciplines, where we're really bringing all of this together, you're going to feel good about doing this exercise, because as I said, it all comes together. And then I'm going to make recommendations for it. Now that you've done these exercises, as have been outlined in this program, now we're going to bring it together to have it become your daily exercises. So for 26 straight days, once you get right into that marathon, the money marathon, you're going to be living as that person. You will have that image. You're going to become that person. And then you're attracting with ease. And essentially every day you're going to be walking, thinking, talking, feeling, acting as if you're already the success that you desire to be. Now, if you haven't been doing that yet, you're going to be using your imagination. Imagination is a really big part of what we're using here in the Money Marathon. Now, imagination is something you have. We all have it. Everyone has imagination. Not everybody's using it, but in this program, you're definitely going to be using it, and you're going to love it because it's going to be very rewarding. Now, understand all of these processes, everything that we're talking about, even the disciplines, it's going to take some time. Definitely takes time to build the self-image of the person that you desire to be. But when you do it, when you keep on with the work, you're going to find that you will be experiencing success beyond anything that you've even previously imagined. So there's a law of gestation that's involved. And the law of gestation decrees that there is a period of time that will elapse before all things manifest into form. That includes your goals, that includes your beliefs, your paradigms, all of that is going to be part of the process. So your self-image exercise is to write down the identity of the person who is wealthy, determine that the beliefs necessary to be this person are part of it. And then, as you'll see in our daily disciplines, we're going to talk about affirming this every single day. But for now, write it out. Write out your identity, the identity of you, the self-image of you, achieving phenomenal success, enjoying the abundance that you absolutely deserve. So do that part now, and I'll see you over in the next part of our training in the Money Marathon.